There comes a time in everyone's life when they look back to their teenage years, wondering how they ended up with the life they're living now. They see times of craziness and remember actions that change their judgment. Who can really verify what is crazy when we all act ridiculous at times in our lives? No one can distinguish what young life events will become important memories as we grow. Sometimes, what one person labels crazy or ridiculous can be something of importance and significance to someone else's life.
Here I am, thinking I'm pretty smart and I understand the world pretty clearly, but I get labeled crazy. I think it's everyone else who is crazy. Girls caring more about how many hours they spend in a tanning bed than how many hours they study, all to look perfect for the guys who don't even give a shit about them. That's where my story probably comes in. My sister, Miss Perfect, is one of those girls. She doesn't pay much attention to me, just lived her high school life sucking up to Mike Veleros, our football team's best player, whatever that means. And then there was me, who went through high school with never-ending problems, when I never did anything to cause them. I just wanted to get by, and get through those years. But everyone around me was driving me crazy. I never did anything though. I never said anything. But I'm a freak to my sister who was all hung up on being popular and perfect. And it's not like my parents ever lifted a finger for me or my sis. So why was I so crazy? One day, I finally lose my cool for real. And I call out that Mike guy on his lies and his mistreatment of my sister Abby. So she then throws a hissy fit because I embarrassed her so terribly in front of her friends. And geez, I try to help her out, protect her from this dude's verbal abuse, this fool who uses her so bluntly, cheats on her countless times, yet I get labeled the crazy girl. Just like that. If I just had one friend then, one person to talk to, who would talk to me, I probably never would have exploded that day, and I never would have been labeled mentally unstable for the rest of my life. I just wish people would let go of old memories.
I'm a pretty confident person. I like who I am. I have a lot of friends, especially my sorority sisters now. When I think back to high school, I knew I was going to make lots of friends in college and that I would have lots of fun. High school was basically great, except for having to go with my sister Janny. People would always ask me what was wrong with her or why we were so different. Stuff like that. It got really annoying. I basically pretended like she wasn't even related to me sometimes. Sounds terrible, but ever since this one day, right after school was over, I can't possibly forgive her. I was talking to my boyfriend at the time, Mike, who was the cutest guy in school, duh. And Janie just comes out of the bushes or something, freaking out at Mike like he did something wrong or something, and everyone was watching. I could not believe what I was seeing. She called him a liar and shouted at him that he cheated on me all the time. I was like, oh my God, what the hell, Janie? I've never been mean to her. I never did anything so awful to embarrass her. Mike just stared at her. The whole football team stared at me like I was some kind of freak because my sister was acting like some loony bin escapee. No one wanted to hang out with me after that because no one wanted people to think that they were hanging out near my sister. Who does that? Mike never did anything wrong. He always told me that he loved me, and if he doesn't move to Florida to go to college at Florida State, I know we would have stayed together and probably gotten married. I wish people would remember these things. I'd probably have a boyfriend now, but I'm loyal to Mike,
Yeah, I've spent time with a lot of ladies, but can't say that I ever really dated one. Never asked one out. Never really cared to. They're all the same. They act the same, and that gets pretty boring. But yeah, I'm a single guy at the moment, trying to build up my career for the big bucks there right now. Trying to be a lawyer. It's a lot more exciting and very demanding compared to my high school days. In high school, I was the top dog, and man, I had control of everyone it seemed. But I got a reality check since then. I always remember this one day, right after the school day ended, a girl came up to me. A sister, I think, was some girl I was dating at the time. I don't really remember the girl's name I was supposedly seeing, but her sister, it was Janie Brevo. Sometimes I feel like that girl changed my life, but it was the first time anyone, ever called me out on my low-life behavior. At first I remember being confused, like, why did this girl want to just shoot me down in front of everyone like that? But then, like, I get it, like, I was a jerk to her sister, so. Anyway, this girl Janie was different. Just because she singled me out in front of all my teammates and other people, I thought we were friends then, and well, I've really thought about what she said. I gotta say, I went home that day and did the dishes for my mom, all because Janie Brevo told me I was a lazy and selfish tool bag with no consideration for people I supposedly cared about. That hit home, man. My point is that I really turned around my attitude after that day. So, thank you, Janie Brevo. I'll always hold on to your sensible words.
People are our greatest connection to the world around us. You never know when someone truly listens to the things you say. One bad day could be someone else's cherished memory.